global, you have to become local. So what is more important is local environmental sustainability. And what I mean by local environmental sustainability is, let's look at India. When you look at India with zero emissions, absolutely no emissions, zero residues, no mountains of solid waste, no rivers of sewage, no thermal power plants, no nuclear power plants, no emissions from vehicles, no discharges from homes or from industry into the rivers, no use of coal or any kind of a polluting fuel, no imports of crude oil. It looks like an imagination. Also, every town, every village, every city producing its own power, its own water, its own fuel, its own diesel, its own cooking gas, its own jet fuel, producing its own organic food, getting mineral water from your taps, no fuel price increase happening in, getting the price available today, getting power 30% cheaper. This is what we call as self-sustainable, local self-sustainability. What in the video you just saw the amount of waste which is getting produced in India. Now I would like the Prime Minister created the biggest revolution in the country by launching the Swachh Bharat Abhiyan. And now the time has come to take the Swachh Bharat Abhiyan to its next level. What is the potential of the waste which is generated in India? 250,000 metric tons of solid waste and about 65,000 MLD of sewage which is getting generated every day in India. What is the potential of that? The potential of that is a whooping 7,33,000 megawatts of power. It is 4,000 MLD of 40,000 drinking water, MLD of drinking water, and 15,000 MLD of fuel. It's 7,33,000 megawatts of power. You must be wondering as to what kind of an obnoxious figure am I talking about. Look at where India is today right now. As on 23rd of June, our total power consumption, as per the government thing, is 1,59,000 megawatts. The kind of fuel are we sitting on, the kind of resource what we are sitting on is untapped. Out of this 1,59,000 megawatts of power getting generated, the power from waste is getting only 180 megawatts across India. What we are losing out is an enormous opportunity to create a new world. A world without pollution, without emissions, without residues, without landfills, making the land put into more better use, having organic food, and having 100% cleanliness. Again back, it may sound fiction, but gentlemen, it's not the fiction. It's a reality. It's a reality which has been brought in together by the practical applications of quantum physics, chemistry, and engineering by our company, by our chairman, and integrated with our proprietary process. And what at this forum today we present to you, the most advanced waste to energy technology for India. The figures what we talked about are achievable, and what we present today is the most advanced waste to energy technology. What do? We create any kind of waste in the world. Solid, liquid, effluent, fly ash, bio ash, medical waste, sea water. Any of these into drinking water, power and fuel. We are a 40-year-old company, Langenberg Technologies, which is a US-based company, and what today at this forum we unveil and present our proposition to India, a proposition which will create a new India. We are already in talks with the various state governments, municipal corporations, and as on date, the proposals and the plants what we are proposed for India, and we are on the verge of finalization, is to the tune of 50,000 crores. Yes, sir. That's the kind of investment we are committed on making into India in the next 2 years. And over the next 5 years, we commit on a 1 lakh crore investment into the waste into energy sector. The key thing about our technology and our proposition for India is zero emissions. Absolute zero emission. Nothing goes into the air at all except water vapors at 34 degrees centigrade. We do not create any kind of residues. In fact, any kind of residue from any industry is a fuel for us. We convert it into energy. We do not require any kind of startup power for our plants. Our plants start on our own energy, on our own fuel, which we create by converting the